And these are supposed to be the highest levels of intellectuals. I mean, USC is not a bad school. I mean, they should be the ones that more capable than anyone else of forcing themselves to use that frontal cortex and to try to debate the issues, not have that visceral reaction or not go into an emotional reaction. But it's not happening. That's what's fascinating to me.
Indeed, indeed. Go ahead, go ahead.
Well, just recently, just while we're on Sam Harris, recently Jordan Peterson was on Joe Rogan, and they almost expressed some sadness, and they said, "Oh wow, Sam Harris has really lost his way." They almost were, I don't know. They almost had given up on any chance of him coming back to any level of humanity because of his recent. I think he went off on the Hunter Biden laptop and just kind of tripled down on some of the things you said. Well, I think he said something like, if there was the worst form of child pornography on the laptop, it still shouldn't have been talked about. And then everybody was like, wow, you really jumped the shark. Can you comment on the latest level of extremism and even how people that are his critics are even shocked and a little even worried about the man in that sense?
So I'll say two things. Number one thing that we haven't talked about in terms of the Malibu Meditator is he came out on the, I think it was it Trigonometry? I can't remember which show it was. But he said, if everything that I had said about COVID had come out the way I had said it, rather than the exact opposite of what I said, then I would have been right. So you see, you only had to change a few variables, all of which I was wrong on. So had I not been wrong, I would have been right. So you see, I was right. To which I created a YouTube clip where I said, if my grandmother had balls, we would have called her my grandfather, the dictum of Sam Harris, right? And in Arabic, I'll say it in Arabic, إذا ستي كان عندها بيضات كنا سميناها جدي. If my grandmother had balls, we would have called her grandfather, right? So that is so insane because it speaks of a pathological form of quote, intellectual hubris, right? It's arrogance. I will never admit to being wrong. You can never show me evidence that I'm wrong. In Arabic, you do like this. I am never wrong, right? In Arabic, this is called wahani. It's a form of orgiastic pride, right? That pisses me off, right? So I'll come back to what the other guy said in a second. Now, why does that quote trigger me? It's not because I have Malibu Meditator derangement syndrome. As a matter of fact, I faced a great personal conundrum as I saw Sam, sinking into his bullshit, because I have a very exacting code of personal conduct, which is, if you're a friend, if I know you, then I'm going to give you a lot more leeway. It's kind of like how if you invite someone to your house in Middle Eastern culture, you have to be exaggerated in your hospitality. So I know you. I've had dinner with you. I mean, we're not the best of friends, but we've communicated. I've been on his show. We've had dinner together once. I consider you part of the circle that of quote intellectuals that I know. So for 4 or 5 years, when he was espousing all of his bullshit, I kept quiet. But then I felt inauthentic if I had stayed that way. Why? Because now we go back to deontological. What's more important, me defending truth or me being loyal to a guy who's not really a deep personal friend? But even if he were, even if he were my mother, that doesn't mean that you're allowed to commit certain deontological violations. And so after 4 or 5 years, did I only start speaking out against what he was saying. So I went through that internal kind of forensic accounting. Should I do it or not? Now, when I first did it, I did it in my usual satirical, jocular way. I would hide under the desk, pretending that I'm scared of Trump. And I would say, Sam and I are currently hiding under the desk because, the SS of Trump are coming. So he could have been, if he in Arabic, you say shakhsiyya, if he had a personhood, he could have said, haha, Gad, you got me. You're mocking me. It's all cool. It's ribbing. It's locker room stuff. What did he do instead? He unfollows me. What does he do next? He blocks me. Now, do I give a damn in the grand scheme of things whether he follows me or not? No. But again, as a person who comes from a culture of honor and shame, that to me is dishonorable. Therefore, I am now going to undo my cuffs and start coming after you. Not because I have personal animus against you, because you're exemplifying traits that are not virtuous. Okay, so that said, I did a clip where I announced, hey, maybe Sam, I'm doing this as kind of an open message to Sam in friendship. You now have Brett Weinstein that has spoken out against you. You now have Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan that have said in a very gentle way that you might be going nuts. You had Elon Musk who trolled him, who said, you know, Sam, there is such a thing as too much meditation, right? So I did a clip and I said, look, here are people who come from many, many different crowds, many different political persuasions, many different ecosystems, yet they are all offering you in their unique ways a warning sign that maybe you need to revisit some things. Perhaps you should find some epistemic humility. By the way, I haven't said this publicly. So Elon Musk used to follow me. He had apparently become a fan of my, and I guess not many people, he doesn't follow many people. And I thought, okay, that's great. You know, you've got the ultimate richest honey badger who now follows me. Okay, I mean, I don't care, but it's nice when honey badgers unite. So I thought that was exciting. The day that I posted the clip of here are some people who have criticized Sam Harris, and as a courtesy, because I mentioned all of them in the clip, I then tagged them, right? It's not bullying. It's because if I do a whole clip on Brian Rose, maybe Brian Rose wants to know that I spoke about him, so I will tag you. Hey, heads up, I just did a clip on you. I found out because there's some kind of bot or some automatic thing that follows who are the people that Elon Musk follows and who are the people that Elon Musk unfollows. So then people started sending me messages. Oh, Professor Saad, Elon Musk just unfollowed you. I'm like, what? So I went to check and I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, really? Like, all it took is for me to tag you about you having trolled Sam Harris for you to say, that's not a very honey badger move. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But all this to say, you know, all of these personal machinations are so silly. I only get involved in all this because there's a higher issue at play, which is never violate deontological first principles that defines the beauty of the West under no circumstances. So to go back to your original question, there is no, I believe in freedom of speech, but the minute that you say, but, you're a cretin, you're a fraud. And let me now defend that, walk the walk. I'm Jewish. I escaped execution in Lebanon. There is nothing more offensive, nothing by definition, than Holocaust denying. Why? Because it's a astoundingly historically documented reality where there was a group of people that were systematically eradicating at mass scale level an entire people. So there almost can't be anything that is more grotesque. Yet as a free speech absolutist, I defend the right of Holocaust deniers spewing their bullshit. So if I can do that, then Sam Harris should be ashamed of himself day and night that he hits us with his laptop Hunter Biden bullshit.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year is going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?